Hi, so it's been absolutely ages since I've done a video for this channel, so I appreciate anybody that's even still here. Unfortunately, once I started getting very busy with work and writing and scripts and things, making videos was just one of the things that unfortunately I had to put to one side. But I'm hoping to be able to come back and do some now and again, and today is a very special day. It's Friday the 13th, which is always special to anybody within the horror world anyway, but this is an even more special Friday the 13th because it is the official release day for Sausages, the Making of Dog Soldiers, written of course by me and published by Encyclopocalypse Publications. It is now available in ebook, also in paperback, which is this one, which is absolutely beautiful, I have to say, and it is now the hardcover is available to order on Amazon as well. At the moment they're only on Amazon, but I am going to have some signed copies available once I get all mine through and I'm able to price them up for shipping and that kind of thing. I'll make sure that I put on Twitter and Facebook when I've got some available, because I know a few people have kindly reached out and asked if I can sign for them, which is still incredible to me, especially because a couple of members of the cast and crew have asked if I can sign a book and send it to them, which just blows my mind because they're the famous ones, they're the people that I hugely admire and got to speak to, and they want me to sign something for them. That's just amazing. Anyway, for anybody who doesn't know, and if you follow me on anything, I don't know why you wouldn't know, I bloody love Dog Soldiers. Most favourite film in the entire world, film I've watched way too many times, and anybody who hasn't watched it should never watch it with me for the first time because of just all the way through doing the lines and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I realised at the end of last year that we were coming up to the 20th anniversary, which we've just had on the 10th of May. 20 years since this absolute amazing thing was made, and still when you watch it now hasn't dated at all. So I thought to myself, this is a real now or never thing, and I pitched the idea to a couple of people, ended up writing a very nice feature which is in the latest issue of Fangoria. Oh, how beautiful is Fangoria, always is, isn't it? And to see my words and things in Fangoria is just so. After I interviewed some of the guys and got some beautiful pictures and things for Fango, I thought to myself, do you know what, this was really good. I enjoyed talking to these people, I've enjoyed seeing these behind the scene photos, but there's so much more we could do. So I spoke with Neil and he said to me, do you know what, I really love making of books and documentaries and things like that, and I would love for someone to do that for me. So I was like, yay! And that is where it started, and this wouldn't have even been half of what it is, even a quarter of what it is, without Neil. So Neil, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me put this together, because without your support and reaching out to people and then reaching out to people and being like, yeah, Janine's the real thing, she might be an uber super fan and you don't want to give your personal details in case she stalks you, not really, but she is doing this and it is a real thing and she is writing this book. And the other thing that I was very clear with right from the start, and that I think that everybody needs to know, is that this is a celebration. Okay, so this film here, Dog Soldiers, is my, or if you're in America you might be more used to this one, is my most favourite film in the entire world. Yeah, I've said that a few times already. This book is all about my most favourite film in the world. Neil Marshall is my favourite director. People like Sean Pertwee and Kev McKidd are some of my favourite actors in the whole world. There is nothing in this book which is remotely critical. There is nothing in this book that could be deemed to be dirt. I didn't want anything like that. I am a fan. I didn't go to film school. I'm not a film critic or a journalist or anything like that. That wasn't what this was meant to be. It was meant to be a deep dive behind the scenes, scene to scene, look at how the film was made. And that's exactly what it is. So I won't apologise for fangirling all the way through it. I won't apologise for being enthusiastic and excited about every single person that I spoke to. So if anybody is going into this book hoping that they're going to find things out about the way that things happened on the set, or stories that make people not look very good and stuff like that, first of all, it didn't happen. And second of all, there's nothing like that in this. It is just an excitable approach to a celebration of something which I love, and that all the people involved with love. They genuinely, thoroughly enjoyed telling me these stories about things that happened, and silly little things like words that were made up on the set, and the time when Les Simpson, who plays Terry, told me that he was really sick on Liam Cunningham's head and things like that, which he wasn't. Just everybody involved just had a damn good time, and they are all proud of it, and they are all proud to be part of something 20 years later looking back at it. Anyway, so that's all I wanted to say. I hope that if you enjoy the film as much as me, then you will pick up the book. Again, Sausages, The Making of Dog Soldiers by Encyclopocalypse Publications, available on Amazon. If you do enjoy it, it is always beneficial to drop a review on Amazon or Goodreads or something like that, because it really does help with algorithms and all of that kind of stuff. If you're able to share, retweet, put on your stories, just any social medias whatsoever. Again, I really appreciate people taking the time just to be able to do that. Posts and things. So many of the books that I end up buying and films that I end up watching are because I've seen somebody else post about it. And if you're on the fence about something and then you see somebody post, you're like, ooh, or sometimes people don't even notice it. And something that I learned about social media personally the other day, especially Twitter, is I think that I bang on about this book all the time. Since I was allowed to announce it way back in January, it's almost felt like I was spoken about it daily. And yet somebody messaged me that follows me on Twitter, and I follow them, and had said that they had no idea that I was writing this book. So it must have been someone that just, our timelines never quite crossed, and all of that kind of stuff. So anytime that anybody can post about it on any social media whatsoever, it really helps. And not just the book. If you enjoy the movie, post something about the movie, because of course that helps Neil and the cast and the crew. Second Sight have got the amazing 4K restoration coming out at the moment on the 26th of July. I've got my box sets with all of the limited edition bits and pieces coming, and I can't wait for that. There's going to be For the Love of Horror convention in Manchester, which is the 22nd and 23rd of October. They just announced last week that they have a Dog Soldiers panel with photos and signings opportunities, and there's going to be Neil himself, Sean, Craig Conway, who plays the camp at the start and then went on to do lots of other things with Neil, and Darren Morfitt, who is the one and only Spoon, and this is the first time that Darren's done anything like this for years and years as well, so that's going to be a massive thing. And yeah, so if you can support those guys as well. And then the other quick thing I wanted to say was that one of the first people to give me a blurb for this, and it absolutely blew me away. When I read it, I was like, because he's one of my favourite authors, and when I read it I was just like, what? Anyway, that was Jonathan Janz, who is absolutely phenomenal, an amazing, hugely talented writer, but also someone who's very inspirational, very kind and supportive to his peers and fellow authors and whatnot. And I actually mentioned his book in Sausages, but if you like stories about werewolves, and especially stories that are extremely violent with werewolves, with proper fucking scary werewolves, then you need to get hold of this, which is Wolfland, through Flame Tree Press, by Jonathan Janz. This is absolutely amazing book, really, really, really good. It's probably my favourite of his, but yeah, the wolves in here are definitely someone that you would not want to meet on a street corner. So thank you to each and every person I spoke to. There's a huge list of people that were kind enough to give up their precious time and speak with me. And as I say, it was just absolute testament to Neil and what he created, that all of these people, the hugely famous people like Sean and Liam and Kev, they all managed to find the time to talk to me because of their love of this film, how proud they are of this film, and just what Neil was able to do. But also everybody else that was behind the scenes that I spoke to, all of the special effects guys, which have just blown me away with how talented they are, people involved in distribution, people involved in the music, just everybody, just thank you so much. And of course an extra special thank you as well, even though you won't be watching it, to John Landis, Mr. American Werewolf in London, and to Joe Dante, The Howling, for doing a forward and an afterward for this book. So Sausages is sandwiched in between The Howling and American Werewolf in London. That just absolutely blows me away. So thank you ever so much for watching. As usual, I waffle far too much. I will put the links down below for the Sausages on Amazon, for if you want to subscribe to Fangoria, and the Second Sight DVD 4K release, which you all need to get as well. Thank you ever so much. Bye.